So why add things? Why add this if you don't have to?
Right. So at this point, let's do this. Let's break up into 3 groups. We've got 3 tarps. Go for it. This is your, this is your goal, or it could be even a little bit looser. And then what we have is chunks of wood for you. You each get a lump, and you can do a little sculpture, and you can take that home and watch it dry and stuff. Okay? There you go. Okay? So, yeah, you can come grab one out of the window when you're ready, but in your groups, let's get that mixed. Let's take this bunch and pull it off this tarp so that this tarp can be used. We could throw it in here.
Do you want that to be less watery?
This actually is just on the border of being too dry, because it's a little bit hard to work. So, well, could be here more.
Is that when you would use a 4 ounce or whatever?
No, actually.
That'd be awesome, though.
It works. It seems to work just great, and it's a tradition in India, let's say. Manure plasters are used all the time, and they don't have borax, so it works great. If you're building up a really thick plaster, a long drying time plaster, that's where you might see some kind of issue. Take that big baby doll. Yeah, you could throw that in there. If you have it, if you want to build up really thick, then I'd stick a little bamboo, like with the strawberry wall, stick a little bamboo so it can hang on that. But if it's just a little relief work and you moisten the surface of plaster under it and put some nice hole, divots in it so it has some mechanical bond, you can build up quite a bit without adding any extra support. Your mix, how wet, how dry, how much straw. You'll figure it out. Just do it. Yeah. I've had students do like a whole tree growing off a corner of a building, building up and out both sides, and, and stuff, and yin-yang symbols, and, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, so I would use maybe some short stakes of bamboo, like into the straw or cob, and then cob over it.
Yeah, put straw down.
Well, it could be sticking out straight, and then you build the shelf over it like this. Okay? So it's held back in there. It's basically cantilevering out and you build around it. But it works great. And you can do this again and again down the wall, and then lay some bamboo this way, support it off the cantilever pieces, and then wrap it in cob. You did lots of fun things. You can take bamboo, and I showed you how to split it with that. There's a tool. It's kind of like how you used to slice hard-boiled eggs. That little thing. And so that comes down. You get strips of bamboo, and you can bend those into arches, and then cob the arch and stuff. Yes. Not off the top of my head. That goes outside of my brain.
Watch your toes.
Are you talking about the lab space?
Lift up the heavy thing. I think it's easier.
So I noticed there's straw here first. And I know who's working here. The straw goes in last. So this would be how you start with straw clay. So you want to mix your soil and then your clay, get that really well mixed, and then you'll add your straw. 2 to 1. Yeah, 2 tambries, 1 clay. Yeah, it's great. whatever way you want. But this does collect on your foot pretty well until you mix it a little bit.
See where, I think the president of the Bahamas.
Ah, we having fun yet?
I've mostly just worked with straw and different techniques. And then really the way that straw clay, besides like the SDDC. That's it. I know. So we just don't do this. It's so labor intensive. And our clients are not.
Unless you were really set up to do a lot of it and have a straw clay mixer.
You run a 2-to-1.
You know, then you can
Grab
lose
one
quite a
of
bit.
Mixer like that, and we've got a huge
full bucket.
Do you know what Alfred von Bachmeyer's straw clay mixer looks like? Okay. So if you were really to do it on your level, you'd have to go with something like that. It wouldn't be cost, effective at all.
And that's people do this, but they want someone else to do it a lot of times. And I can do it, but it's going to cost 5 times as much as labor. It's half your time.
Right. Right.
It's fun to do.
Quality control. Now your quality. Remember she said, she doesn't say the ground out a little bit more than what she's doing.
Basically, you're picking and subbing. Like to a particular size yeah, that's set on drive before you can start to set up carb.
There's a limit to how high you can go in a day before it slumps too much. And you really lose the form of it. You're going to carve off too much of it to bring it back to the shape you want. So yeah, you'll find that, it may be 2 feet in a day, your course.
And then you just leave pockets in it so the next layer.
Absolutely. Yep.
I think this is how Betty talks. Remember, you're going to add straw in there.
Great.
Anybody else want to do it? Roll it to the side?
I'm going to get whoever shoes out of here.
Yeah, you can do it in pit 4 so that you don't have to pass it back and forth. So, yeah. Yeah, so Eliza, you keep your corner. Yeah.
Although now that I think about it, that'd be a great practical job. Fill somebody's shoe.
Guys, you need, I think that's good. Have you stuffed it again? No. Well, we haven't even put straw in it yet, shall we? Let's see.
Don't lose the baby. So at this point, no, it doesn't really look too wet. It looks like it's perfect time to stomp in it. See if you can mix through the rest of it. There you go. Yeah, I don't think it's too wet at all because you want it on the wet side because your straw's going to dry it back out.
Have you ever experienced
Girls don't like it, they're seated here. Guys,
you have to see or know anybody who's like,
What do you think it was?
all of a sudden becomes
actually, no. Laura Bartels comes from a guy named Albert Francis.
I know, I think she was making the slip thinner. So, yeah. So you can always add a little bit more later, but you don't want to get it too wet.
I think you definitely.
So you can start, it looks like it's pretty well mixed. You just want to make sure you don't have any pockets of dry material, and then sprinkle the straw over and mix that in.